Hello the internet! It is Monday the 31st of May 2021 and welcome back to the channel. Now I got a question here that might be pretty simple to answer. Maybe someone with more knowledge of this will be able to clarify immediately. I'm looking at the Hexagon community. I think the Hexagon community will nail this one straight away. Not the very smartest of all people. I flunked out of high school, so the question is, Hex is on the Ethereum blockchain. There are very, very expensive fees whenever you transact on that blockchain. Richard Hart knows this. He's therefore decided, let's make an alternative. Let's fork that blockchain into our own. It's called Pulse. The idea behind that is to fix this issue. Now, the way I'm looking at it is, it's not actually fixing those fees, right? So just because Pulse chain begins, Ethereum and those fees still exist. So that naturally brings a question to my mind. What about the value of those that have staked 5555 into the Hex, into the Ethereum Hex? They're still going to get hit with those fees, myself included. That's my question. We're trying to fix these ridiculous network fees by creating another network which doesn't have the fees, which is rad, but it doesn't actually fix those fee issues. It just moves people across to a new. Am I understanding that correctly? And the idea is that Richard Hart has says any ERC20s you hold in a private wallet will be duplicated across to this new network, the Pulse network, which is rad. That's commendable. Is that to sort of like, what I'm trying to get at is you're not going to get away from those fees. If you've staked for 5555, you're still going to have to pay those fees at some point down the track in a number of days. Maybe you've got your staking ladder like I have. We're still going to have to pay those fees at some point. Is the methodology of thinking that because we're duplicating the ERC20s, you're actually going to benefit anyway? So you've got like, okay, you've got a bunch of Hex here. It's going to cost you an awful lot to transact, but don't worry, you're going to get that back over here because we're duplicating it for free. I get that, but it's not fixing that. And therefore, if it's not fixing it, isn't it just devaluing it? Isn't Pulse chain going to devalue Hex, Ethereum Hex? Because why will anyone use Ethereum-based Hex if you can start again on Pulse chain and not have any fees? Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's going to devalue. No one's going to use Ethereum Hex except for those suckers, myself included, who staked in for so long. Let's take a look at the value right now just to keep this as a historical document. What I'm suggesting is, are we going to see this chart greatly drop as soon as the Pulse chain's launched? And then my stakes here, active stakes. So I've got a bunch here, 717, that's going to renew in 2021, November this year, November 2025, December 2030, January 2036, and January 2036. Okay, the total value is just under 10 grand. I'm genuinely concerned or curious as to see if this Pulse chain, by fixing this issue, is actually devaluing the original Hex. I haven't got an answer. I've asked this a few times on my streams and no one seems to either have the answer or maybe I'm wording it wrong. Maybe I'm not grasping the concept. I'm leaning towards that being the thing. Maybe I'm not grasping the whole concept as best as I could. I don't pretend to be anything knowledgeable here. I'm just looking at it from a very straight up standpoint. We've got one. It sucks to transact on. Thank you, Ethereum. Might as well bend over every time you do anything on that blockchain. Okay, we'll make our own blockchain. We'll fork that and go better, and we'll duplicate your tokens so you can move across and start using it. So therefore, that's going to be less value. But that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Please, if I've got it wrong, please let me know. I'll take on board any advice, right? If I'm completely wrong, I'll take that on. I wanted to put this out there, get an answer. Hopefully someone's got the answer. Cheers in advance for the answer.